are changing. Ooh, yeah. Summer's gone, but we're still dancing. Ooh yeah, ooh, yeah. Sweater weather, chill together. Pumpkin spice on every corner. Ooh yeah. Bonfire nights, starry lights. Hey, hey. Crunching leaves, moon so bright. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, Waylon. You're watching Another Day with Waylon. So I'm going to be changing up this channel again. Here we go. I'm into a new venture now. So as you may have previously known, I was a PVP, personal vacation planner with Carnival Cruise Lines. I did that for a little while. Um, yeah, the job's okay. It wasn't for me. So what I've done now is I have now started my own business. I am now a travel agent at Epic Escapes, where we make your dreams a reality, right? Um, so what I'm going to be doing is giving you a lot of content, specifically cruise information, cruise content, because I am your cruise consultant, your cruise expert, everything Carnival also. so I'm still in the process of getting all my websites and my Facebook page and all these things set up right now. So just bear with me a little bit. I have it up and running soon, and I'll put those links in the bottom for you to click later on when they're up and running. Um, but for now, we're just going to get this thing rolling. And what I'm going to start doing is doing these podcasts where I'm going to pretty much answer questions that I come across online, because I see there are a lot of newbie cruisers, people who may have cruised this cruise line and want to cruise this cruise line, have questions about this and that. So I just want to answer these questions, help these newbies out, or help people who are, switching to maybe trying another cruise line, things like that. In the future, I'll also be putting up videos of me going on cruises, things that, tips and tricks that I know of, and how to maybe save you money, what to look for, things like that. If you're ever looking to book a vacation, hey, just contact me. I'm here to help you out. So, like I said, I don't have it up and going just yet. I'm still getting everything set up, but that is what we're doing now. Epic Escapes. Keep it in mind when you want to book that cruise or any vacation at all. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to answer some questions that I found online. I got all these Facebook groups that I go through, and I found one group. Let me pull it up here. Let me see. Click this button here. There it is, right there. The group is Carnival Cruise Tips. So I was going through this and came across. I got my YouTube running in the background and starting a commercial. Where did that go? So they got this question right here, and you can see it. It's right there in the middle of my screen. I think you'll see the user here. So they ask. It's a simple question: does prepaid gratuities or include drink orders? And so what they're saying is, when you go on a cruise ship, it doesn't matter kind of what cruise line you go on, but specifically this is a Carnival cruise. When you prepay your gratuities, so you have the option of prepaying gratuities at the time of booking. It'll have a box at the bottom, or if you're going through a travel agent, or if you're going through a PVP or something like that, they're always going to ask you want prepay gratuities. I always suggest yes, prepay them. It's a peace of mind. It's already taken care of. You know it's done. So that gratuity that you prepay goes to basically two groups of people. The first one is your room stewards, stewardesses, stewards, the people that clean your room, take care of you. So when you get on that ship, if you've never been on a cruise before, what you're going to have, or a guy, a gal, or a team, whoever, they have so many rooms to clean every day, to take care of. More like they're not like a concierge service, but they can help you out. They'll greet you. They know your name. They know everything. So when you're out and about during the day, let's say it's a sea day, you're hanging by the pool, you're walking around, they're gonna go in your room, they're gonna clean it up, make your bed. They're the ones that are gonna give you those little towel animals, things like that. They are going to do your towel animals, clean your room, kind of. They're not gonna move your stuff around on that, but just gonna do general clean your bathroom, things like that. Um, so they're gonna take care of you. So they are the first group of people that are gonna get a portion of that tip that you prepaid. The second group is your dining staff. Your dining staff will absolutely take care of you in dining times. Even if you're doing like a freestyle dining, anytime dining, and you get like a different wait staff, it doesn't matter. Or if you're in a set schedule dining where you get the same wait staff, it doesn't matter. The tips get split between both these groups. Your dining staff is absolutely great. They will get you anything you want, answer questions for you. Like hey, can I have this type of food, that type of food, things like that. So they're great. They give you a show, especially on Carnival Cruise Lines. They do dancing and singing, so it's a great thing. That gratuity, that prepaid gratuity, gets split between those two groups. So now this person asks, does that gratuity include the drink orders? No, it does not. So when you order a drink, like an alcoholic drink, a beer, those fancy drinks that you see, things like that, it costs a certain amount of money. Then on top of that, there's going to be like a gratuity, like you can add a tip on there, and also a gratuity. You'll see the price when it brown. I'm losing my words here. You'll get a receipt. You have to sign a receipt. The price on that does not include the gratuities. At the bottom, there'll be a line where you can add a tip. So, no, it does not include it. Every drink does include like a tax gratuity on it. So you have to. It's up to you what you want to do. These ladies and gentlemen are out there serving you every day and night, and believe me, they serve you. So it's always customary to give them a tip. Man, this thing's pulling my shirt down. Customary to give them a tip or gratuity, something like that. But no, it is not included, unfortunately. Now, if you get the drink package on Carnival, it's called the Cheers package. If you do buy that, the gratuity is included because you pay that gratuity up front. When you buy the cheer package, the gratuity is included with the cheer package. So there it is. And usually what I do is I'll get the cheers package because it's just a peace of mind. I don't have to worry about anything. I can have my drinks, and it's not just alcoholic drinks. It's every drink on the ship. It can be alcohol, non-alcoholic drinks, sodas, milkshakes, coffee, kind of like your Starbucks coffees. They have specialty coffees there. Um, I forgot the energy drink they have. It's off the top of my mind right now. Energy drinks, things like that. So anything liquid is included. So when you buy the Cheers package, the gratuity is included. You don't have to add a gratuity on that little receipt you're going to sign. You can just put a line through it and just sign, and you won't be charged. So that answers that question there. Right. So next thing we got is what I saw this on here. Same Facebook group. What is the best way to go through a cruise without spending $2,000? We really only want to spend on souvenir type stuff mainly, but wouldn't mind a meal here or there. Cruising for the first time with two kids who will eat 24/7 if they could. Yes, they will. How do y'all make it through port days without spending a ton of money on food for the time you are there? So most important thing I got out of this is they say it's their first cruise, especially with two kids who are definitely going to eat. They're going to eat. Okay, so in my experience, I go back to my first cruise. I spent so much money on my first cruise. So I didn't even realize what was going on. I didn't know, prepaid gratuities. I didn't know my coffee's beeping in the background. Great. So I didn't know. I'm going to tell you, it's your first time cruise, have money. You don't need necessarily 2,000, but I would suggest it. But you want to know how to not spend so much money. It's going to be self-control. If you've never been on a cruise before, there's so much that's going to be happening. You get the casino. You've got, like you said, souvenirs. There's going to be souvenirs. Now, on the ship, some of the souvenirs can get expensive. You can get cheap ones too. I like to collect magnets and shot glasses from every place I go to. My fridge is covered in magnets, and I have a shot glass collection from all kind of countries. So you're going to spend money. Now, you're asking specifically about port days. You can get away with not spending a lot. Let's just take Cozumel because I love Cozumel. Cozumel's a big port area that everybody goes to. All the cruise lines go to. Even people just fly into Cozumel to spend time down there. It's a great place. When you get off the cruise ship, there's going to be so much. It's going to be overwhelming. It really is. Take a lot of pictures. Spend your time taking pictures, taking in the scenery. Um, you're going to be hassled when you go through the duty free shop. There's going to be people trying to get you to buy this, get you to buy that, right? Don't worry about it. Even if you go to like the little markets, things like that, they're always going to bargain kind of here or there. You don't have to. Don't be pressured. Don't feel pressured into doing anything. Okay. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy it. You can walk around just the port area. Um, there's plenty of shopping. It doesn't matter what port area, Cozumel, Grand Cayman, um, Otros Rios, Jamaica, Key West. I don't know, any Aruba, Bonaire, anywhere you go, right? Um, there's going to be a port area, or if it's a very small port area, right near the port area, there's going to be a big shopping area, right? So just walk around, keep a budget. They've got these little things that you can buy, like, hey, I'm only allotting $100 for this day on the port area, right? Get off the ship. So if you're not wanting to spend money, want to save money, don't be one of the first ones to get off the ship in port day. Because let's just say you're in port and they're going to start letting people off at, let's say, 9 in the morning, maybe 8 in the morning, right? Get up, relax, take your time, get dressed, wake up, go have breakfast either at the Lido buffet bar or a sit down breakfast at the restaurant, things like that. Those things are free on the ship. That's included with your cruise, so don't worry about that. Take your time. Let all the people who have excursions and are rushing to get off, let those people go. Let that crowd. There's going to be a crowd usually to get off, especially if you're on a big ship. There's going to be a lot of people. Take your time. 9, 10 o'clock rolls around. Hey, we're gonna get off the ship. We're gonna go walk around. Go walk around. You get out around lunchtime. Go walk around. Right. They're gonna have restaurants that you can eat at right there in the port. The food there, you can get like appetizers and a drink. There's your meal. You can, if you got a little money to spend, hey, get you a meal, whatnot. You're gonna all the souvenirs. Just keep to your budget. Make a budget for each port. Make a budget. Do a little research online. Go online, look at YouTube videos of the destinations that you're going to, kind of get an idea of what's going to be there, what to expect. But the main thing is keep a budget. Budget. If you're on a low, I've done many cruises where I've done 5-day cruises out of New Orleans before, where we go to Cozumel and Progreso. Now, because I've been there before, I knew what to expect, but I made a budget. Say, I'm going to Cozumel, and it's me, my wife, and maybe I got my 2 kids with me. $200, $200 for the day, or $100 for the day. If it's me and my wife, maybe $100 for the day, or maybe nothing because I've been there before. But you're a first-time cruiser, so you're going to spend some money. Make a budget, okay? You can get cheap souvenirs, you can get expensive souvenirs, right? It's just going to depend on you. It's called self-control. So make a budget, do some research, kind of prepare, look at YouTube videos about the destinations. And remember, you're going to walk around that little area. It's not going to take all day. Now, you can spend all day there, especially if you go to certain areas where they have like pools and things like that, where you can chill out at the pool all day long. So, or if you take excursions, that's going to be a whole different story. But just take your time. It's not going to take all day. A couple hours. Go back on the ship. If you get off the ship and walk around, if you get off the ship, say like 9 o'clock, walk around for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, kind of taking in sight. You're back on the ship for lunch. Hey, your lunch is free on the ship because you've already paid for your cruise. Did you get the Cheers package? All your drinks are free on the ship. You got to pay for them off the ship. You can get back on the ship easy. You can come right back off. You can get off, go shopping, go back for lunch, eat your lunch, come back off the ship, walk around some more, go back. It's up to you. So I would just say keep a budget, do a little research, kind of get a feel of what to expect. Even though you're going to be overwhelmed at your first cruise, especially if you get 2 kids. As far as food, you can do cheap options, appetizers and a drink, things like that. If you want to get a drink, an adult beverage here or there, it's, they're not that expensive, but once you spend a little bit, you start spending, it adds up. Stick to the cheaper souvenirs. Like I said, I collect shot glasses, with, might say what area we're at, or port, things like that, and like magnets, things like that. But there's so many. Now there's a lot of cheap options to buy on souvenirs. So just, keep options. Don't buy at the first place. Walk around, see what they got. Okay, and for my last question for the day, or comment question, right? I came across this one here. This is a really good one that a lot of people have questions about passports. So it says, let me go back to it. It says, first time cruiser here. Me and my fiance are getting married and are booking a cruise to the Bahamas. Should we purchase passports? We were told two different things. We will be visiting Celebration Keys, which is Carnival's new private island, opening up this summer, 2025, and Princess Key, Cays. People say K's. It's Key. It's K's. Yeah, it's whatever you want to say. The Princess Keys, which, from my understanding, are private islands, so passports aren't necessary. That is correct. Passports are not necessary, but recommended. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Okay. To do a closed loop cruise, that is a cruise originating in the United States, let's just say from Miami, goes to the Bahamas, Nassau, Freeport, Key West. Well, Key West is in America, Jamaica, wherever, and it comes back and ends at the same origination point, Miami, as a closed loop cruise. You do not need a passport to do that type of cruise. All you need is a government photo ID, i.e., like a driver's license, and your birth certificate. That is it. That's it. The problem's going to arise when you get to a foreign country. Let's just say you get to Nassau, Bahamas. It is a foreign country. It's not America. If something were to happen while you're there and you need to get back to the United States, you're going to have an issue if you don't have a passport. Going to have an issue. Not to say you can't get back, it's going to take some money and time. If you have a passport and something happens there, let's just, I don't know, God forbid, you get left by the cruise ship, right? Something else happens, right? You got to fly back. You're going to have problems, serious problems, if you don't have a passport. I've cruised for a long time without a passport, and it's, you can't do it. I would think the majority of people do that because a passport does cost a little bit of money. Then at one point, I got a passport card, which I think is the most worthless thing to get. You might as well just spend a little bit extra to get an actual passport, because a passport card is only good for getting on and off cruise ships. It's not good for flights, because if you got to get back from, say, Nassau, Bahamas back to, Miami, and you got to fly, that passport card is no good. It's no good. It's only good for a cruise ship. That is it. Spend a little extra money, get the passport, the actual passport. But to answer this question, no, you do not need, it is not required to have a passport at these locations. Now, there are exceptions to this rule for, I think it's 2 or 3 specific destinations. Off the top of my head, I don't remember them real quick. But there are private islands. It's not Bermuda. It might be Bermuda or something like that. Like us, but you're going to know if you need it when you book the cruise, because they're going to let you know that, hey, you're going to this specific place. This specific place requires a passport. But if you're going to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, things like that, it is not required. Highly recommended though. Well, folks, that is the show for today. 3 questions answered for you, which I looked on the internet, found these 3. I thought they were great questions to answer, especially for first-time cruisers. Just want a little information: how to save money, what do the gratuities include, do you need passwords, things first-time cruisers really, really want to know about it. So what I'm going to start doing, pretty much, I'm going to try to do this every day, is find at least 3 comments or questions, review them for you, and give you my experience and my knowledge. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me. Um, I've got a couple emails here. I'm going to link them in the bottom here. WaylonAmy@gmail.com. That's like my personal email. I'm setting another one up. It's epicescapesvacations@gmail.com. Also, my new venture, I'm starting my new travel agency. I'm getting it up and running right now. I'm in the process of doing it. Epic Escapes. Keep that in mind when you're ready to book that next cruise. If you have any questions about anything, about a cruise ship, about what to expect on a cruise ship, do you need passports? um, hey, what kind of deals are out there? Things like that. Please do not hesitate to contact me. I will help you out as best I can, because that's what I want to do here. So until I see you again, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.